What if I told you that the very thing a narcissist fears most is not confrontation, not rejection, but authenticity? Imagine being so aligned with who you are that every trick, every manipulation, every game they play simply collapses. In this video, you'll discover why authenticity disarms narcissists, how it protects you from their control, and how it can quietly turn you into the one person they cannot bend. Stay until the very end, because what you'll learn here may completely change the way you navigate every relationship in your life. Before we dive in, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss new psychology insights. Have you ever noticed how some people seem completely unshaken in the presence of those who thrive on control and manipulation? There's something profoundly unsettling that happens when a narcissist encounters a truly authentic person. Narcissists survive by pressing buttons, by exploiting insecurities, by demanding attention, by twisting reality until everyone in the room bends to their will. But when they stand before someone whose sense of self is not for sale, whose identity is rooted in something deeper than approval or applause, suddenly the entire playbook begins to fall apart. The narcissist tries their usual strategies: grand gestures, subtle digs, interruptions designed to pull focus. But the authentic person does not bite. They may acknowledge a comment politely, but they redirect the moment with calm steadiness, making sure the conversation continues on track. And this is where the narcissist feels a rare kind of frustration. Their tricks, which work so reliably on others, dissolve into thin air. The authentic person is like a mirror that reflects truth back without distortion. And for someone whose entire existence is built on illusion, that mirror is unbearable. What makes authenticity so powerful is not arrogance nor confrontation. It is quiet alignment, living in harmony with your values, knowing your strengths without inflating them, recognizing your weaknesses without drowning in them. This balance creates a kind of emotional immunity. While others scramble for validation or fear rejection, the authentic person simply doesn't need the narcissist's approval to feel whole. And when you don't need their approval, you take away their power. Imagine a narcissist trying to provoke a reaction, raising their voice, belittling, mocking, and instead of collapsing, the authentic person remains centered, perhaps even serene. The narcissist cannot draw supply from calm self-possession, and so they begin to lash out in different ways, gossiping behind the scenes, labeling the authentic one as cold, arrogant, or standoffish. But even that smear campaign falls flat, because authenticity shines through consistently. People eventually notice who carries drama and who doesn't. The fascinating thing is that authentic people are not perfect beings who floated through life untouched. Many of them have endured hardship, betrayal, even trauma. But instead of losing themselves, they've integrated their lessons, chosen truth over illusion, and learned to live without constantly performing for the world. This history is what gives them resilience. They are not afraid of showing vulnerability because they no longer measure their worth by how others will judge it. They are not afraid to walk away when a situation feels toxic because they know peace matters more than appearances. And this makes them, in a way, the ultimate kryptonite to narcissists. While most people are caught in the trap of trying to impress, explain, or appease, the authentic person simply opts out. They don't play the game, and when you don't play, the narcissist cannot win. Picture this in everyday life. In a meeting where a narcissistic colleague tries to hijack attention, the authentic person acknowledges their comment with grace, then seamlessly brings focus back to the agenda. No drama, no public shaming, just calm redirection. Or in a family gathering where manipulation often runs wild, The authentic person listens, observes, but chooses not to be baited into arguments. When it's time, they excuse themselves with elegance, not hostility. This isn't weakness, it is mastery. Because to disengage without hostility is to preserve energy, dignity, and truth. The narcissist may rage, may sulk, may whisper, but deep down, they know they've lost control in that moment. And here's where it becomes even more powerful. Authenticity is contagious. When one person refuses to bend, others begin to notice. They start to see that it is possible to live without constantly surrendering to manipulation, without being pulled into toxic dynamics. And slowly, this shifts the balance of power. The narcissist, once the loudest voice in the room, finds their influence shrinking in the presence of someone who simply cannot be moved. And while the narcissist will continue their endless search for supply, the authentic person walks away with something far more valuable: peace, clarity, and the ability to live life on their own terms. So the real question is not how to fight narcissists, not how to outsmart them at their own games, but how to become so deeply grounded in your own authenticity that their games no longer matter. Because when you live aligned with who you are, when you stop chasing validation and start embracing truth, you become untouchable in ways that no narcissist can ever break. That is the gift of authenticity, freedom from control, and the quiet power to turn chaos into calm. And once you taste that kind of freedom, you will never allow yourself to be trapped in their illusions again. And so, when authenticity stands in front of narcissism, the mask begins to crack. The games lose their magic, the manipulations lose their grip, and the noise of control fades into silence. Authenticity does not scream. It does not fight for dominance. It simply exists, steady and unshaken. And that alone is enough to dismantle illusions. If there is one truth to carry with you, it is this: the more authentic you become, the less power narcissists will ever hold over you. Not because they change, but because you no longer need what they offer. You no longer crave their approval, nor fear their rejection. And that is a kind of freedom no one can take from you. So, hold on to your truth. Live in alignment with your values. And remember, authenticity is not just protection, it is liberation. It is the quiet force that allows you to walk away with dignity, to choose peace over chaos, and to reclaim the life that was always yours. Some connections go far beyond logic. They reveal themselves in signs you never expect. On your screen right now, 5 strange signs you're truly meant for each other. Don't miss it, and make sure to subscribe.